Hi, everyone. Today we're talking about something most people trying to manifest love never realize. The real reason it hasn't shown up yet. And I promise you, it's not what you think. Because you can visualize, script, meditate, repeat affirmations, and do everything right, and still not manifest love if your energy is unconsciously broadcasting the past. In this video, we're going to uncover the deeper truth behind that. Why your mind says, I'm ready, but your body still says, I'm not safe. Why the frequency of longing pushes love away, while the frequency of emotional wholeness pulls it towards you like a magnet. And most importantly, how to finally become the version of yourself who love runs toward, effortlessly, naturally, inevitably. Before we begin, if you want to go deeper into this work of rewiring your emotional patterns and shifting your identity, Dr. Joe Dispenza's books are some of the most transformative tools you can use. They teach exactly how to change your energy, break old emotional programs, and become the creator of your life. You'll find the links to his books in the first pinned comment. Let's get started. The hard truth. You're not manifesting love, you're manifesting your past. Most people think they're not manifesting love because something is wrong with them. Not pretty enough, not spiritual enough, not confident enough, not aligned enough. But the truth is so much deeper and so much more compassionate than that. You're not failing at manifesting love. You're simply manifesting what your body still remembers. And this is the part no one talks about. We manifest from the emotional past we haven't healed, not from the future we desperately want. Dr. Joe Dispenza says it all the time, your personality creates your personal reality. But what most people don't realize is that your personality isn't just your traits. It's your pain, your defenses, your subconscious reactions, your emotional memories. It's everything your past taught you to expect from love. So if you learned that love equals abandonment, you manifest people who leave. If you learned that love equals betrayal, you attract people who can't be trusted. If love once felt unsafe in your nervous system, your energy will push away the very thing you say you want. And you don't do this consciously. You do it energetically, emotionally, automatically, because your body is still living in yesterday. Let me tell you something personal. There was a moment in my life when I truly thought the universe was punishing me. Every person I attracted had the same emotional pattern: emotionally unavailable, inconsistent, hot and cold. It was like dating the same soul wearing different bodies. I remember thinking, why am I manifesting this again? I'm doing the meditations, I'm visualizing, I'm writing my intentions. But every time someone showed a little too much interest or a little too much softness, I felt this subtle panic in my chest. My mind said, yes, love, but my body said, no, not safe. And this is what Dr. Joe explains so beautifully. The body becomes the mind of the past. Even when your conscious mind is dreaming about the future, your body is still addicted to the familiar emotions that shaped your identity, even if those emotions hurt. So we don't manifest what we desire, we manifest what we expect. And what we expect is ruled by what we've already lived. Your past heartbreak didn't just leave memories, it left instructions. Instructions like, don't trust too fast, don't open too much, don't need anything, don't be vulnerable, don't let anyone close enough to hurt you again. And these instructions quietly shape the way you love, the way you receive love, the way you let people approach you or stay at a distance. Here's the hardest truth, but also the most liberating one. Your current love life is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of your emotional conditioning. Your worth has always been intact, but your identity, the one built through disappointment, heartbreak, abandonment, or betrayal, learned to protect you instead of connect you.
Think about this. If you've been hurt deeply, your mind will say, I want love, but your energy will say, love is dangerous. So you manifest relationships that confirm the emotional reality your nervous system trusts the most, even if that reality is painful, lonely, or unfair.
You might not realize it, but you may still be energetically broadcasting, I expect inconsistency. I expect rejection. I expect to not be chosen. I expect to give more than I receive. And remember, the universe responds to your broadcast, not your wishes. That's why maybe you've been attracting partners who repeat the same emotional pattern. That's why even when someone healthy appears, you feel resistance or boredom or doubt. That's why it feels easier to love someone who matches your wounds, because your wounds recognize the frequency. We don't attract what is good for us. We attract what is familiar until we choose differently. And choosing differently doesn't start with forcing yourself to be positive. It doesn't start with repeating affirmations you don't really believe. It doesn't even start with wanting love harder than before. It starts with understanding that you are not broken, you're conditioned. Your heart learned survival, not connection. Your identity learned self-defense, not self-receiving. Your energy learned fear, not trust. So instead of judging yourself for the love you haven't manifested yet, I want you to begin asking a different question. What part of me is still living in a past that no longer exists? Because if love hasn't shown up yet, if you're still attracting the same painful dynamics, if your relationships feel like déjà vu, it's not because love is far away. It's because you're still meeting love as the version of yourself shaped by yesterday. And here's the beautiful part. You can choose to stop manifesting your past. You can choose to interrupt the emotional pattern. You can choose a new identity, one aligned with the love you deserve, not the pain you survived. But before you can do that, you have to see the truth clearly. You're not blocked. You're not unlucky. You're not behind. You're simply manifesting from an old emotional blueprint, and that blueprint was never your fault. Once you understand that, everything can finally change. 2. The hidden root. Your body doesn't feel safe to love yet. Most people think manifesting love is all about the mind, the affirmations, the visualizations, the intentions, the scripting. But the real truth is this: manifestation doesn't fail in your mind, it fails in your body. Because your mind can say, I want love, while your body whispers, love is danger. And when those two voices are in conflict, the body always wins. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches something incredibly powerful. The body is the unconscious mind. It remembers what you've lived more than what you consciously think. It memorizes fear. It memorizes abandonment. It memorizes humiliation. It memorizes longing. It memorizes the moment you decided, even without words, I won't let anyone hurt me like that again. Your body becomes a record of your past, not because you're weak, but because your survival depended on it. And here's the part that's so important and so rarely understood. When your body has learned that intimacy equals danger, it doesn't care about your intentions, it doesn't care about your desires, it doesn't care about how ready you feel mentally. It only cares about keeping you safe. This is why people say, but I want love so much. Why do I keep pushing it away? Because wanting love is a conscious choice. Receiving love is a nervous system capacity. Your heart can't open if your body is bracing for impact. Let me share something personal. There was a phase in my life where everything looked like it was finally aligning. I had healed so much mentally. I felt clear, conscious, intentional, and yet
Every time someone genuinely kind and emotionally present came into my life, I felt this subtle contraction, like a tightening, a pulling back. Not because I didn't like the person, but because my body didn't trust the experience of being treated well. It's strange to admit this, but sometimes safety feels unfamiliar. Chaos feels like home. I remember going on a date with someone incredibly grounded. He was present, he listened, he spoke gently, and instead of feeling excited, I felt restless, almost agitated. It took me a long time to understand that this wasn't intuition, it was survival mode. My body didn't feel safe being seen that deeply. Not yet. And this is why so many people unknowingly sabotage their manifestations, not because they aren't vibrating high enough, but because their nervous system is still vibrating in fear. You might notice this in your own life. You attract someone emotionally available, and suddenly you become guarded. You meet someone consistent, and you lose interest. You start getting close to someone, and your anxiety spikes. You finally feel loved, and you start waiting for the moment it all falls apart. This isn't self-sabotage, it's self-protection. Your body isn't rejecting love, it's rejecting danger disguised as love, even when the danger is no longer real. When you've grown up in environments where love was unpredictable, conditional, or painful, your body adapts by staying alert, hypervigilant, prepared to run or defend at any moment. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls this a state of emotional survival. And when you live in survival, your body prioritizes safety over connection, certainty over vulnerability, control over intimacy.
Imagine trying to meditate your way into a beautiful relationship while your body is running an emotional fire drill inside you. No visualization can override a nervous system stuck in survival mode. And here's the gentle truth. Your inability to relax into love isn't a flaw. It's evidence of how deeply you've protected yourself. Most people think they're blocked or broken because they can't manifest a healthy relationship. But the real issue is much simpler and more tender. You've never felt safe enough to let love in. Think about it. How can you receive affection when your body expects abandonment? How can you trust someone new when your cells still remember betrayal? How can you feel chosen when your nervous system is conditioned for disappointment? How can you soften when your entire emotional history taught you to tighten? This isn't about mindset. It's about physiology. Love is not just an emotion. It's an experience your body must feel safe holding. You can journal about love every morning, script your future partner, repeat affirmations, visualize the relationship you want. But if your body is still living in the emotional past, it will quietly override all your efforts. Your manifestation power gets blocked not by lack of desire, but by lack of safety. Let me say that again. Safety is the foundation of every love you will ever experience. And safety isn't just the absence of threats. It's the presence of calm, the presence of openness, the ability to breathe, soften, and receive without bracing for the worst. Without safety, your heart stays armored, your energy stays closed, and your instincts stay defensive. And your manifestations keep repeating the same painful cycles, not because you want them, but because your body trusts what it already knows. But here's the beautiful part. Your body can be reconditioned. Your nervous system can be rewired. Your emotional survival mode can be melted. Your heart can learn, slowly and gently, that closeness is safe now. And once your body feels safe, love doesn't just arrive, it floods in. Because for the first time, there is space for it. Space in your nervous system, space in your energy, space in your identity. And that's when your manifestations finally align with your desires, when your body becomes a home where love can land. 3. The frequency of neediness versus the frequency of love. There's a moment in everyone's manifestation journey where they realize something uncomfortable but liberating. You can want love with your whole heart and still not be a match for it energetically. Because there's a massive difference between wanting love and embodying love, between chasing love and attracting love, between longing and deserving, between being afraid of losing someone and feeling emotionally safe enough to receive. This is where so many people feel stuck. They're doing the right things, thinking the right thoughts, visualizing the relationship they want, but the underlying energy under the desire is rooted in lack. And lack has a frequency. It's heavy, it's anxious, it's desperate, it's filled with tension, hoping, waiting, and secretly fearing that love will slip through your fingers again. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that you're always broadcasting energy, even when you think you're silent. And the universe doesn't respond to the words you say, it responds to the frequency you are. When the underlying vibration is, I need someone to choose me so I can finally feel worthy, you're not manifesting love, you're manifesting situations that reflect unworthiness. When the vibration is, I'm scared they'll leave, you attract partners who trigger that exact fear. When the vibration is, I don't want to be alone anymore, you manifest connections that highlight your loneliness. That's the frequency of neediness, and it repels love, even when your intentions are pure. I remember a phase in my life when I kept attracting emotionally unavailable people. I kept thinking, why do I keep meeting the same type of person? And I'll be honest, I was doing everything right externally. I was journaling, visualizing, scripting, trying to align my vibration. But inside, my energy was saying something very different. I wasn't asking for love, I was begging for it. I didn't realize it at the time, but I wasn't longing for a partner. I was longing for a feeling that I believed only a partner could give me. Validation, safety, worthiness, reassurance. That wasn't love. That was emotional hunger. And hunger, especially emotional hunger, never attracts nourishment. It attracts more emptiness. One day, in a moment of painful honesty, I realized something Dr. Joe Dispenza says all the time. You cannot manifest from a place of needing something to complete you, because the moment you need, you confirm that you are incomplete, and the universe mirrors that back. You manifest not what you want, but what you are. This is why neediness has such a specific energetic texture. It's tight, contracted, pulling, grasping. It feels like trying to hold onto water with your hands. The harder you squeeze, the faster it disappears. And this is the subtle but powerful shift we're diving into here. Love is not something you pursue. Love is a frequency you become. Think of it this way. When you are aligned with love itself, when you feel whole, grounded, emotionally coherent, you don't attract someone to fill a void. You attract someone who complements your fullness. You're no longer magnetized to people who confirm your wounds. You're drawn to people who match your stability. When you stop trying to find love, love finds you. Because you're no longer calling it from a place of fear, lack, or urgency. You're calling it from a place of abundance. So let's break down the energetic differences you need to understand, not intellectually, but vibrationally. Wanting versus embodying. When you want, you're acknowledging an absence. When you embody, you're radiating the presence of love before it arrives. Chasing versus attracting. Chasing is action driven by fear. Attracting is magnetism created by emotional coherence. Longing versus deserving. Longing says, I hope love chooses me. Deserving says, love is my natural state. Fear of losing versus emotional security. Fear of losing keeps your heart contracted. Emotional security makes your aura irresistible. Here's what's wild.
Two people can say the exact same affirmation, I am attracting love, and get completely different results based solely on the frequency behind it. One says it from panic, the other from peace, and the universe isn't fooled. Let me share something else from my own journey. There was a moment when I realized that every time I wanted someone, it wasn't actually the person I wanted. It was the feeling I imagined I would have once they loved me. That was the moment my energy shifted. Because for the first time, I stopped outsourcing love. I stopped looking for someone to give me what I wasn't giving myself. And without even trying to manifest anything, my energy started changing. I became calmer, more grounded, less reactive, less easily thrown off by someone's inconsistency or approval. And that shift, that energetic upgrade, changed everything. Suddenly, the people I used to attract weren't showing up anymore, and the people who did show up, completely different frequency. More present, more genuine, more emotionally available. Because I wasn't vibrating from longing anymore, I was vibrating from alignment. This is the power of emotional coherence. It's not about pretending to be okay. It's not about affirming something while feeling the opposite. It's not about acting as if with a nervous system in panic mode. It's about shifting your internal chemistry so deeply that your very presence becomes magnetic. Love responds to coherence. Love responds to safety. Love responds to fullness. Love responds to someone who knows their own worth so deeply that they don't chase, they attract. And this is the truth that changes everything. You don't manifest love by seeking it externally. You manifest love by becoming the frequency of love internally. Once you shift your vibration from neediness to wholeness, love has no choice but to find you. 4. The shift, becoming the person love naturally moves toward. There's a moment in every journey of manifesting love where something clicks, not in the mind, but in the body, in the identity. A moment where you realize that love doesn't arrive when you finally find the right person. It arrives when you become the version of yourself who naturally attracts love, sustains love, and feels safe in love. This is the transformation we're stepping into now. The shift from seeking love to embodying love. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that your personality, your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and energetic patterns create your personal reality. So if you want a new reality in love, you don't chase a new person. You become the version of you who that love is drawn to effortlessly. This is the part most people skip. They visualize love, they script love, they affirm love, but all while maintaining the same self-image they formed from pain. And here's the truth, a truth that can feel confronting, but also deeply freeing. You cannot manifest a relationship that contradicts the identity you're living from. If you believe you are not enough, you will attract partners who confirm it. If you believe you must earn love, you will attract people who make you work for it. If you believe you are hard to love, you will attract people who validate that wound. This is why becoming the version of yourself who is already loved, already chosen, already emotionally safe, already deeply deserving is everything. It's not pretending. It's remembering who you were before the world taught you to doubt yourself. So how do you actually become this version of you? You start by regulating your emotional state, not suppressing, not numbing, not bypassing, regulating. Because love requires emotional safety, and emotional safety starts inside you before anyone else can participate. If your nervous system is constantly on high alert, waiting for abandonment, expecting rejection, bracing for hurt, then even the most loving person in the world will feel distant, confusing, or too good to be true. Your body must believe what your mind is asking for. And this is why Dr. Joe Dispenza always emphasizes emotional coherence. Your thoughts, feelings, and energy must all agree. When your thoughts say, "I want love," but your emotions say, "Love isn't safe," the body wins every time. So the shift begins with teaching your body a new feeling, a feeling of calmness, a feeling of groundedness, a feeling of being chosen, not someday, but now, a feeling of being deserving, not later, but now. This is where identity work becomes the foundation. Every time you say to yourself, "I am not someone who gets abandoned anymore," you're rewiring. Every time you respond to yourself with kindness instead of self-criticism, you're rewiring. Every time you choose emotional regulation instead of panic, you're rewiring. Every time you walk away from someone who cannot meet you, you're confirming your worth on an energetic level. Identity is built through repetition, not just of thoughts, but of emotional states. And when you consistently practice being the version of you who is loved, chosen, valued, and safe, that identity becomes your new energetic signature, and love responds.
Love is drawn to coherence. Love is drawn to confidence. Love is drawn to emotional steadiness. Love is drawn to someone who knows their worth so deeply that they no longer chase, force, or beg. You become a lighthouse instead of a seeker. And here's something I need you to hear, something most people never allow themselves to believe. You do not need to be perfect to be loved. You do not need to be healed completely. You do not need to fix yourself first. You just need to embody the version of you who recognizes your inherent deservingness. The energy of "I am lovable now" is infinitely more powerful than "I will be lovable when I heal everything." This doesn't mean you stop growing. It means you stop postponing your worth. When you step into the identity of someone who is worthy of love right now, in this moment, your field expands. Your heart softens. Your nervous system loosens. Your energy becomes magnetic, and the universe responds accordingly. That's when the shift happens. You're no longer imagining love, you're preparing to receive it. You're no longer begging for connection, you're welcoming it. You're no longer chasing validation, you're grounded in your own. This is where you realize that love was never something outside of you. It was always a frequency waiting to be expressed through you. So as we close this journey, I want you to imagine something. Imagine sitting across from the version of you who already has the love you desire. Notice the softness in their eyes, the ease in their body, the calmness in their voice, and the security radiating from their heart. That version of you is not distant. They are not in the future. They are not separated from you. They are one emotional decision away, one moment of worthiness, one moment of safety, one moment of choosing yourself deeply. Love does not arrive when you find the person. Love arrives when you become the person the universe has been waiting for you to step into. And when you do, love moves toward you naturally, effortlessly, clearly, beautifully. Because you are no longer looking for love, you are embodying it. If this video spoke to something deep inside you, don't leave without taking the next step. Share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your story. And if you felt this message in your heart, make sure to subscribe because we're building a community of people who are truly transforming from the inside out. Your journey matters, your healing matters, and you're not doing this alone. And if you want to go even deeper into this work, into changing your energy, rewiring your emotional patterns, and becoming the creator of your life, Dr. Joe Dispenza's books are essential.
They teach the exact principles behind everything we talked about today. You'll find the links to his books in the first pinned comment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.